Hello! Welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching High Score Girl Episode 4. So, last episode, oh man, why can't I ever remember their names? Give me a second. Let's see. Gotta be around here somewhere. No. I just type it in then. There we go. Okay. Alright, so Haruo and Ono, yeah. I think it started off with them in an arcade. And she is, she's not being like her normal self. Not completely, anyway. And he brings up this, I guess, get-together that one of the other students has brought up, the one that tried to ask her out when they were cleaning the pool. He had come up with a plan, I guess, to impress her, to get her to agree to going out with him. And basically they were going to some like flower garden area, and they were just going to walk around and stuff like that. But then I think it was Haruo that noticed the amusement park that was nearby and said that they should go do that instead. He didn't really... The other guy didn't really like that idea, but Ono wanted to do it, so they went to the amusement park instead. And they were talking about going on to the Ferris wheel. I keep getting the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round mixed up for some reason. I keep wanting to call the merry-go-round a Ferris wheel and the Ferris wheel the merry-go-round. So I always have to stop and think, no wait, that's not the right one. Anyway, they want to get on the Ferris wheel. And somebody suggests that they do like pairs. Guy and a girl get on in each cabin, and obviously the guy that set up the whole thing suggests that he go on with Ono, and Haruo is not really looking forward to it at all. He just kind of wanders to the arcade section and starts, playing some games, and then she shows up. And he's kind of wondering what she's doing there instead of, going on the Ferris wheel. But he, whatever. They start hanging out and playing more video games and, having fun. The other guy is not really enjoying the day because the whole point of the day was to get her to go out with him. And she ran off. So, yeah, it was a failure for him. So I think they spent most of the day. It was starting to get kind of dark out when they left the arcade, and now she wants to do everything else. He was saying, if we stay here, like before they even left, he was saying, if we stay any longer, we're probably going to get left behind, and then we're going to have to try to find our way back. But she didn't care, so they hung out more at the arcade. And then when they left, he's all like, "Oh, yep, it's late. They probably already left us." But then she says, she like starts pointing to rides. I think the first thing she wanted to go do was the haunted house ride, where they get on the like kind of like a roller coaster car, but not, because it's just one car, and it goes down through the house. I'm kind of surprised she suggested that, since she's, you know, she doesn't like scary things. Then I think they went into like the fun, like I think over here it's called like a fun house, where it's got like all the mirrors all over the place, and he ran into one of the mirrors. They went on a roller coaster. They went on like one or two other rides, and then she wanted to get on the Ferris wheel, but they had closed, so they didn't have the opportunity to get on there. And I think they ended up getting a bus to get back, and she falls asleep, leaning her head on his shoulder, and he just looks out the window. And then the next day, he finds out. I think it's the next day. Could have been like a couple of days, but he finds out that she's leaving. She's going to be moving overseas. I don't remember if they said exactly where. Might have been the U.S., but I can't remember. So that day was her last day at the school. And it caught him by surprise. And even though he doesn't want to admit that he was going to miss her and everything, he's just trying to act normal. And then they have a party for her. I think this was a little time after, because they brought up that they told everybody to bring a gift. They couldn't have told him to bring a gift, otherwise he would have already known that she was leaving, you know, before this happened. But he ended up not bringing anything. And actually said some kind of mean things, even though he's just trying to, like, cope, I guess, with the fact that she's leaving after they've spent so much time together. And everybody got mad at him because of that, and, you know, kind of understandable, but she doesn't get upset, like, angry or anything like that. And then he goes to the arcade, and he's thinking, like, trying to think to himself, you know, this is good. Now that she's gone, I could have my area back. I can start building up my reputation again. I can, you know, focus on getting better and not worried about whether she's going to beat me and everything. But deep down, he was sad that she was gone, or was going to leave. And all of the characters in the video game started talking to him, telling him to go and see her and say, you know, goodbye and give her something. Well, not really give her something, but he ended up giving her something. So he ends up running, or getting a bike or something. I forget how exactly he got there. I think he went on a bike to the airport, and caught her before she got on the plane. And basically was telling her, you know, you're leaving at a really bad time. There's so many good games coming out, and all this and that we could have played. And he just said what I guess, the best thing that he could come up with saying, because he didn't seem like he was very good at emotional stuff. So he was trying to do his best. And then he pulls out this, like a prize he won. It was like a ring that he said he was going to give to his mom for Mother's Day, but he was going to give it to her instead. And that's when she started crying and was giving him a hug. Like, really crying. She was bawling. And they had to basically pull her off of him to get him, you know, get her on the plane. Scratched his face. He had like 4 scratch marks down his face, because she wouldn't let go. And then she flew off and left. So yeah, the final part of that episode was pretty sad, seeing him trying to deal with, I guess, his emotions and how he actually felt about her leaving, and not what he was trying to convince himself he felt. I don't know if they're going to do like a time skip now, or if they're going to kind of show him in one episode dealing with her being gone, and then do a time skip when she comes back. Because, I mean, pretty positive she's going to come back. Just don't know when. Like, are they going to be in high school by the time she comes back? or you know what. But let's get into this episode and see what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. All right. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.